Do I have friends here? Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. First, I do want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad to everyone, because I know by the time this video comes out, Christmas will already have passed and I will actually be in Vietnam by the time this video goes. Yes, I will definitely be in Vietnam by the time this video goes out. Also, this is going to be the last video of 2025. 2025 has been a road, but I'll get into that later. As you guys saw in the thumbnail, this video topic is about, is it still worth it to teach English in Korea in 2026? All right. I plan on giving you my opinion about this topic at the end of the video. But for those who are considering moving to Korea, want to teach English in Korea, coming into 2026, let's quickly get into the pros and cons, and then I'll give you my opinion as someone who has been living in Korea for almost 4 years. All right, so first I'm going to go with the pros, of course. And I only have 5 pros, and I'm going to do this quick because I don't want to take up too much of your time. It's the holidays. The first thing I would say, first pro would be a college degree. I do know teachers who either they go to a weekend, like master's degree program here in Korea, or I actually knew a teacher, I know a teacher who signed up for like an online master's degree school while she's here in Korea. But it's in like America, like it's based in America, but she does her classes online here in Korea, and it works out for her. So while you're here, you could get your master's degree. It could be easier for you to get your master's degree because you don't have that many bills. You know, your apartment is free. You're getting paid, even though you still have to work. I think less of the debt from America or the cycling of bills, you know, or like just having bills. You know, in America, you got to have a car note, car insurance. You got to pay the light bill, the water bill, the rent, you know, and probably other things. You probably got Amazon Prime, a whole list of subscriptions. Being here in Korea, you're kind of limited to the amount of bills that you can have. Maybe you have a credit card bill. Maybe you do have your gas and electric that you have to pay, but you don't have your rent. And rent or a mortgage, that seems to be like the chunk of a lot of people's money. Another reason where you could teach in Korea is a career builder. It could be a stepping stone. I knew a teacher, she actually went back home when I left my third school. She went back home because she gained the experience of teaching, and then she went back home. She actually got her teaching degree here, or a teaching certification here, and then she went back home and she taught inside of a public school. So you could use Korea and teaching English and being a teacher here in Korea as like a stepping stone, as something for your resume, a career builder. So that's also an option. Another point that I would make, or another pro I would say, this is one that I love, is the healthcare system. There are teachers that I don't know, but who I've gotten acquainted with or been coworkers with in the past. They have certain like medical conditions, nothing like too strenuous or like crazy. I had a teacher, she had like an eye problem, someone who had like anxiety issues, just just various like health issues. And here in Korea, because of the like standard healthcare, the universal healthcare that they have here, getting their medication was so much cheaper here than in America. So it can be, it's very, very cheap to go to the doctors, go to the dentist, get glasses. You can get glasses here for so cheap. I got glasses. My glasses, I don't even know where they are. My vision is not even like terrible. I have like the smallest prescription that you can get. And that literally only cost me, the eye appointment was free. The only thing they had to pay for were the lenses and the frame. And I think I only paid like $60 for everything. And it was the same day. You know how in America, you always gotta wait like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You gotta wait all this time just to get your glasses. It's the same day here. Like they were like, okay, wait 2 hours. You come back, everything is all done already. Another big point for me, and I'm actually going to make another video talking about this, but I do want to say it is a pro. I would say safety. I feel 100% safe in this country, and I'm going to say as a male, and that's why I'm going to do another video talking about safety as far as like foreigners, men and women in Korea. But generally speaking, well, you know what, not general, just as a male, I feel 100% safe. I come from Baltimore, and Baltimore is actually getting better, but I come from a time where it's just like, oh, you don't go in that neighborhood at this particular time, or you don't go in this area at this particular time of the day. Here, you can go out at any time of the day, but I will at least say, for the teachers that I know, we've been able to go out to the park, to the convenience store, any time of the day and not worry about being robbed, stabbed, being attacked. None of these things have ever happened to me. No one has even attempted to attack me, to rob me, to jump me. Like, I feel 100% safe. Now, this next one, it should have been my number one, but I'm gonna say it was my number two. Second best reason is travel. Living here, working here, you have the ability to travel around Asia. For someone who loves travel, and I'm happy that I have this opportunity working here in Korea, you have the ability to travel to so many different amazing countries. Malaysia, China, Japan, the Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia, even though Cambodia got this thing going on right now when it comes to Koreans, but you have the ability to go to so many different places. I still want to go to Singapore. I don't know why I have not been, but places like Singapore, China's a huge country. It has so many different places that I will adventure and travel to. But having that flexibility to go to other Asian countries for dirt cheap, and when I mean dirt cheap, I mean, how much do you think it would cost you to fly from America to Seoul round trip, to Thailand round trip, to Bali round trip, to Singapore round trip, versus already being in Asia and being able to just go to these other countries? It's a third of the price, and probably less than a third. It's probably like a fourth in the amount of time that it takes you to get from that place to another. Here, it only took me, 5-6 hours? So yeah, like, travel, you know what I mean? All right, the number one thing for me is, I will say financing, right? Or finances. But what I mean is, like, save money. This is a taboo topic for a lot of people. One side I understand, the other side I don't. If you're a new teacher and you're coming in and they offer you like 2.3, just a little, I understand why maybe you cannot save money. Now I understand people have student loans. I got student loans. I pay for my student loans. But I don't, I don't. For the people who just got here, all right, maybe you need a little bit more money, groceries. I buy groceries. Y'all know I buy groceries. For those who have been here for some time, 3+ years, and you are making more than 2.7, I have no idea why you can't save money. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea what you're doing. Even with paying student loans, I don't know what you're doing. Even if you save $100 a month. Now, some people, they be like, why do I need to save? I still get the pension. You got a point. Because they do take I think it's 4% out of our pay, which I did talk about in another video, like the deductions that come out of your paycheck. They take like 4%. With that being said, working in this country, it gives you the opportunity to save money. So I would take advantage of that, especially if you're going back to the States. All right, cons, all right? I only got 4 of them. 4 cons. The first con is language barrier. Unfortunately, this is going to be an issue. There's just going to be a point where you're going to struggle with ordering your food. I don't really say getting directions because they got Kakao Map and Naver Map, and you can translate those to English. So I don't know. Yeah, that part, I just don't know. Maybe you'll need to talk to the police one day. Sometimes even language barriers when it comes down to like working inside of the hagwons. I've worked at schools where my boss, the owner, the director's English was so there were a lot of like language barriers. But language barriers, it could just, yeah, that's just something that you're gonna have to deal with. Over time, it'll get easier and easier. Try to learn the basics. Learn some stuff, learn how to order food. Learn the foods that you like. That way you can read them. You know what I mean? The next thing, work culture. Depending on where you work, you could struggle. Maybe you don't struggle. As you guys seen on here, worked at 5 schools in almost 4 years of being here. All right, only quit 1 school. I will say 2 of the schools' work culture was actually great. But when it comes to the drama between the teachers, that's just where it just goes. There's just so many things so many issues that you could run into. You know, the hierarchy mentality that they have here. Like, even if you have a better idea than your boss, you know what I mean? Your boss can feel some type of way and just want to treat you some type of way. Maybe your boss don't like the way you look, so they want to treat you some type of way. You know, that clique mentality. Those are things that I talked about in other videos, which can make your time at that job just stressful. It can make it very, very stressful. Also, just working with Koreans in general, even though you're the one providing the education, again, you guys see, feel like I have like trauma. You're the one providing the education, but someone who doesn't speak your language is trying to tell you how to teach your language. I will never get over that. I will never get over that. But it's just in their work culture. Depending on where you work, you know, work culture, it can go in your favor. Maybe it won't. This one right here, sometimes when it comes to the Korean communities, and the YouTubers that talk about Korea, I don't know where. I be so confused sometimes with the foreigners in this country, which I've literally made a video about. There are an immense amount on the Facebook page. I think I showed you there. There's so many like Facebook groups, but there's one Facebook group in Korea. It has like the most followers, maybe like 70, 100,000. I don't know. I'll put like a screenshot. If you type lonely, no friends, so many posts will pop up saying like, oh, I'm lonely, I don't have friends. There are so many TikTok videos talking about how some foreigners think they're better than other foreigners because they know the language. Y'all know the whole Korea boo situation, all of that. This is why I don't feel bad about any of the videos where I talked about foreigners. I do not feel bad at all because I live here and I know how they act. There are so many foreigners here who feel lonely. They cannot build connections with Koreans. They cannot build connections with foreigners. Korea is just one of those countries, when I'm talking about the foreigner community, just want to highlight that, where it could be hard for you to make friends. I don't know why. I don't know. And guess what? I stopped trying to. Actually, I never tried to figure out why, because when I started becoming a YouTuber, I knew I was going to like try to make some friends, but it wasn't a mandatory thing. There are a lot of people there are a lot of foreigners who've been living here, that they are lonely. Unfortunately, if you move here, you could run into that situation. I am not going to tell you not to try to make friends. Try to make friends. I don't want no one to feel lonely. I will warn you that it may be hard to make friends here. Do I have friends here? Despite what you see in this video, okay? I have met some solid people here, but would I call them diehard friends? No. Social media acquaintances. People who have potential to be great friends, yes. Like a friend, like what I have back in Baltimore, no. I have not. But I've met some solid people here, but I just don't. Sometimes I think we throw that friend word around loosely. Like, I got friends back at home. Ace, Boom, Coon, they got my back. You know what I mean? They fight, I fight. Here, nah. Dating in Korea. Now, I don't even think I'm the type to give dating advice. I'm not even trying to give you dating advice. I'm not trying to. I am just saying, beware dating in Korea. Ghosting. I know they ghost in America, but ghosting here is like, go to TikTok, go to YouTube, and just put dating in Korea, and that's the biggest warning that I could give you, because I don't know, everybody, maybe in America it's like that, like everybody just trying to They just trying to get theirs. You know, I hope you know what that means. I'm not going to say what it means, but they just trying to get theirs. You know, I'm not going to say that there's no one out there. There are people out there that are not trying to date, trying to find someone, trying to have a long-term relationship. It's terrible. And I feel like the streets are vile. And when I mean the streets, I mean dating. It's vile in these streets. It is. So please don't come here and expecting your K-drama movie, your K-drama TV show. Don't expect to fall deeply in love with anyone. And I'm not talking about females. I'm talking about you men too. You men too. Don't have this expectation because to me, at least in Korea, it's going to fall short. It will fall short, especially if you're a person of color. Don't get too hung up on some of these these social media people too, because when you meet them in person, whoo, these influencers in person are not the people they portray themselves to be in person. But I mean, you guys have heard all about that, you know, being open-minded and the fetish culture here and dating foreigners just as an experiment. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. If you haven't heard of it, go find another YouTube video. Go look on TikTok. It's all out there. It is all out there. And I'm not saying that Koreans are terrible people. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think you can find that in no matter what country you go to. But what I'm saying is for foreigners who come here and they want to teach, don't put this group of people on such a high pedestal, because in every country, in every world, in every ethnic group, there's mistreatment of everybody. Everybody is mistreated. So I don't want to paint this out to make it seem like Koreans are so bad. No. But just like in America, just like in Mexico, just like in Korea, just like in Japan, just like in Singapore, there's a large group of people who are just trying to get theirs. All right, so those are my pros and cons. So if you were to ask me that question, I would say yes, it is still worth it. You could turn this opportunity into so many other things. Growing a social media platform, again, growing your own resume, building your finances, paying your student loans off, and also just surrounding yourself in a different culture. Putting yourself outside the box would be nice, especially I know a lot of people, they have never literally left their city or their state back in America. Taking yourself out of your comfort zone, being able to travel. You guys know I love travel. This is a travel channel. There are the downsides to it, which I talked about in my cons. Just prepare yourself. Before you come here, watch videos, go to my channel, scroll through, because I keep it a buck. Go to other YouTube pages, listen to what those other teachers have to say, do your research, go to Reddit, go to the Facebook groups, go everywhere and do your research. Get as educated as you can. Do some research on like Korean law. That way you are fully educated before you come here, because a lot of people will try to take advantage of you. I'm not just talking about foreigners. I'm not just talking about Koreans. I am talking about foreigners too. But overall, I do think it is still worth it. But that's it. That is the end of my video. I hope you guys had a great Christmas, Kwanzaa, everything, whatever holiday that you celebrate. Happy holidays to you. This is going to be the last video of 2025. It was definitely a road for me. Next year, we're going to keep elevating, keep moving. We may have not reached 1,000, but I think by the time this video is uploaded, we're going to be at 900. That means next year, we'll be at 1,000 plus. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It means the world to me. I love making videos. I love editing the videos. I love sharing my journal. I tell people, yeah, I am a content creator. I am a YouTuber, but my videos are more of it's like a diary. I really feel like it's a diary. No matter what I talk about, everything is based on my experiences, the places that I've gone, the people that I've met. I enjoy being able to edit those videos and upload those and share it to the world and everyone who wants to see it. I thank you guys so much for your support. I wish you guys a happy new year. I will see you guys next year with a vlog from Hanoi, Vietnam.